What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Today's backtesting Friday. We're going to go ahead and get into it. So, if anybody wants to go ahead and throw out some pairs, we can get right to it. But backtesting, guys, super important. You guys start doing this on your own. Like I know I started doing this for you guys maybe like 3 to 4 months ago. And we also have Neri Banks, Neri the GOAT, bro, who does backtesting for us every Saturday, right? For the Spanish side, Latin America, and for us guys. So we do have a lot of we do have back testing calls, right? But we do this for you guys. That way you guys can, one, see these reps, right? You can visually see them. But two, we're doing this so you guys can understand how it's done, right? What are we looking for? How do we back test? You know what I'm saying? And when you guys start getting your hands dirty, that muscle memory from already having that visual memorization, it's going to start clicking, right? And as long as you have the notes on you, you start repping it out, guys, it's going to be like butter, right? Going to be like butter. So let's go ahead. Let's share the screen. We'll get right to it. Josiah, let's go, baby.
Yo.
First day in, already sending in some charts. Love it.
Yes, sir.
Love it. So this was something that you had caught, right?
Yeah, wait, hold up. All right, there you go. Yeah, so this was today, this morning. I woke up like an hour late. I'm not gonna lie, that was not good. But to the market, and I saw like a huge rally to the downside. So I started looking for sell opportunities, and we see a little pullback here on like the left where I see a break of structure, first break of structure, and then we created a starting point with that doji on the 5 minute time frame. I was surprised it got respected, but I took the risk, and market came back to that starting point zone, and I placed my TP and stop loss. My stop loss was at the wick, or the top high wick of the doji, and my take profit was risk 1-to-3 ratio. So yeah,
This is
that was right
good.
there.
This is good. Is the 5 minute. I do see that.
Yeah.
But the structure is clean, right? We do have a lower low. Market pushes up high, gives me a lower high, and then we break through right here. So I mean, this is clean structure. Um,
Yeah.
this is the break of structure here. 2 candle breakout rally. That's fire. Identified the starting point, right? That's fine. And obviously I'm saying this for everybody on the call, right? He put a stop loss right above the starting point here. That would be more of the tighter stop loss. Because this is the lower time frame, I don't mind putting my stop loss above the actual high right here.
Yeah.
It's probably like an extra couple pips. But that's to play it a bit safer because you are on the lower time frame. And then same would just go with the minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. But this is a good structure, bro. So congrats to you. So
Thank you, bro.
you
And
woke up
you're
late and you woke up to profit, or you woke up, saw this, and then you had an
oh
opportunity.
nah. No. I woke up like an hour after the market opened, I think, and there was a huge rally, like opening, like market opened, there was a huge rally to the downside. And then I saw this structure get formed because I looked for sales after that. And also the day before I took a trade, you're actually what you just mentioned, bro. Like we need to put our stop losses at those highs because I actually got outwicked. Um, and I think I sent you a dumb picture. I don't know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw it.
I literally got punished for it. So because I'm playing on the lower time frame, 5 minute, and like yeah, I just got
Yeah,
learned my
especially on the
lesson.
lower time frames. I don't mind putting my stop loss at the actual high, risking a couple more pips, just to play a bit safer. You know, it gives you peace of mind. And same thing goes for the 1 to 3. So, but this is fire. And if you do put your stop loss right above the starting point, and you get wicked out a little bit, but it never actually goes and breaks and closes or even touches the high. I mean, if you take that loss, you know exactly why, because you didn't put it above the high.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
All right, for sure. Those are easy fixes. You know what I'm saying?
for sure, for sure. I'm gonna learn to do that then when I'm playing on these low time
What are we
frames.
looking at here? What are we looking at here?
Oh, there's a loss. Okay, so see that dip right here?
This one.
The one on the left, the far
If you
the
can annotate, are you on a computer?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
If you can annotate, that'd be solid.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so this right here.
Hmm.
Basically I would assume this is a starting point before the rally.
Yeah. Yes.
And I put my little, you know, entry model. And I put it in, but honestly, I don't know what I was thinking during this. I saw like I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This is a dumb trade because it just looks like a liquidity sweep to me. Like now that I look at it, look at all
Right.
this consolidation here.
Exact. I was just about to mention that. Just
I
about to mention that. But yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Like that was a dumb loss you said,
yeah,
and you learn from it like right away, which is what you want to do. And you're so fresh and new to this, bro. Like, don't take a loss serious, bro. Like
yeah,
you should be on demo, right? So like you're just getting these reps and getting your hands dirty, understanding the structure, understanding the strategy. And I mean, obviously you're gonna take these reps because you're seeing it right there in front of you. And when we see these opportunities, guys, because we understand what we're looking at, we're so tunnel vision that we don't actually zoom out and just take a look at the bigger picture. So and usually that happens when we take that loss. You know what I'm saying? So just keep
yeah.
that in mind. But yeah, I do get that.
Sure. And
All
then
right.
this was my first W of the week, my first trade on live account, $60, but it's
No,
whatever.
that's solid,
It's
bro. That's
yeah,
solid.
bro.
Hey, no,
Yeah,
that's not whatever. That's great. Good job,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. This one was on 15 minute. I'm pretty sure. Like I found it through the 15 minute, but it looks like it's the 5 minute right here. But I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident I found the starting point through the 15 minute. That's why that blue part is bigger.
Okay,
Uh
got you.
yeah, yeah. So that part is bigger, but I'll still try to show it through here. I should have just taken the picture through the
You're good. I can see it. We're good.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I also used the Fibonacci for confirmation. I remember before I would use the Fibonacci just for like entry for some reason, but then I was watching your videos and you actually said clearly that we use the Fibonacci for just confirmation. We don't really do entries off of it.
Right.
Um, and I actually put my stop loss a bit above, like you said. And then yeah,
Exactly.
1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. I was at a job and I just saw that I took profit after I was done with that job, and I was like, oh shoot, let's go. So I was in this trade for a couple hours, but it's pretty good.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah,
That's solid, bro. When you're working and then you just like, oh snap, TP hit, baby. Let's go.
yeah, bro. It's a
60
good feeling.
bills. That's solid, bro. I don't know what you get paid or where you stay, but like 60 bills compared to like what you get paid for that hour. Like
Yeah.
you made however long this trade took. I'm pretty sure you made more
Oh,
with
oh
this
yeah.
trade than getting paid hourly at your job, right? So like that's
Yeah.
lit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
lit.
yeah. Yeah, bro.
Congrats,
For
bro.
sure.
Way to
Thank
get
you,
your
bro.
hands dirty and take these reps, my boy. Love it.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Any pairs you guys want me to look at, guys? Any pairs? We can go ahead and just start breaking things down real quick for the dollar. So if you guys don't remember, let me just take that off real quick. While back, I was talking to you guys about the US dollar pulling back before continuing to the downside, right? So let me see, are we on the weekly? Yeah. So again, we were anticipating sells from here and we got that, right? So let's go ahead and just delete this stuff. This was from the last call we had talking about this. Now, we do have the breaker structure to the upside, which is super nice, right? Looks very, very clean. And then we have the change of character, which looks just as clean, right? Very, very crispy. Now, we have a starting point set up and a head and shoulders set up with the dollar, right? We have higher high, which is my left shoulder, higher low, which is my neckline, higher high, which now becomes my head, and then we get the change of direction. Now, as soon as we get the change of direction, we finally have the head and shoulder setup. So we have a starting point. This is our weekly starting point, and we also have the shoulder here. So if the dollar can pull back anywhere in this area, I would love to see if the dollar can continue down. Now, obviously, like that's not going to be good for our economy. Like things like that can like start recessions and start talk of, companies start getting rid of people, and that's just not a good thing, right? So, but for us, I mean, this is the structure that it's given, so we have to go ahead and do what it does. But if we can go ahead and get this, I would love to see the market continue to the downside. But as of right now, I would like to see the market pull back and continue. Now, we talked about having a zone because this is kind of high. I'm not saying it can't come there, before continuing, but there are times where the market will just leave a zone for a long time and it'll come back a year later, and we're like, well, why is the market so bullish? Well, it's coming back for this, so it doesn't always come back right away. Oops. The market doesn't always come back right away after a change of direction. We have the change of direction. Most people think it comes back right now and then we sell. It doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes the market will go ahead, give us that change of direction, come up, and then continue falling, continue in that downtrend. And then they're going to go ahead and save this zone for later. So all we have to do is just set alerts. Look at, I have alerts everywhere, right? Let me put the chats. I have alerts everywhere. So the market can actually continue down. So as I was dropping down to the 4 hour, I noticed there is a huge imbalance right here. Not only that, we do have a starting point right above our change of character line, which is pretty good. I like seeing those.
Yo, Vini, can like
What's up?
only a candle be like BOS or like to the downside or upside? Like like
Yes.
when the market's like bullish and there's like a red candle, like only one and then it keeps going up. Can that be like a BOS?
Yeah.
All
As
right.
long as that candle breaks structure, yes.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, we do have a 4 hour starting point, literally right above my change of direction. So if the market would want to come back up here, this would be more of like a break and retest type of entry off of the daily time frame, right? Break and retest structure. You guys hear about break and retest, right? Change of direction, break and retest. Why do break and retest work so well? Because usually there is a starting point that hangs out right near the structure that was just broken. So that's what we have right there. So if we can get that to respect, that's cool, right? I would still like to see the market do what it has to do off of it. But as of right now, it looks like we may get a change of direction to continue to the downside. We just have to wait and see, right? We just have to wait and see next week. But this is what I'm looking at. We do have the BOS of the upside, which is nice, right? BOS. Now we're waiting for our bearish change of direction. And we do have a ton of liquidity to the downside, and this just gives us incentive to keep dropping lower. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're just waiting on this on the dollar right now. And if the market just respects this zone and it hangs out here and then continues up, while the market can just continue to go higher. All it did right there was just build liquidity. Gives it more incentive to go down lower when it's time. Right? Just gives us more incentive. So that we just have to wait and let the market play out next week. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Let me see. Nobody has any pairs for me to look at. I'm surprised. Usually I'll be like, NAS.
Yanni does.
I have four setups, but the market closed, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, let me see.
Waiting for a retest.
What send me a go over here. Look at my chart. Go to the
Oh,
camera and press copy link and then go ahead and drop it in the chats.
I got you. All right, I'm out of my bed.
That's funny, huh? Everybody's always like, NAS, gold, Bitcoin. I'm surprised no one's saying nothing today. The
Uh,
indices tanked. But look, guys, did we not call this though? Like we were waiting. I told y'all, look, we're waiting for some possible buys in this area. Now that's coming down pretty aggressively. So I'm not trying to catch a falling knife. I want to see the market respect and give me everything I need to see before hopping in. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm test trading this, even on a mini, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, but we already said we're waiting for buys down here for US 30. We have liquidity right here. Market's chilling, closed right where liquidity was today. Right? If the market can respect this by Monday or Sunday, that the market can keep going, respect this area and go a bit higher, all it did was build liquidity. Send the link, Yanni. Not the picture. Go over here and go to copy link. If you can do that, it'd be better. Appreciate you. But yeah, US 30 is looking solid. Looking solid right now. We have a lot of liquidity being built up right here. Appreciate you, bro. Right? Which obviously we're expecting to get taken out. But look, guys, now all we have to do is wait for a structure. Wait for the market to slow down. Let it slow down. Let it consolidate. Find the break of structures. Find the break of structures and mark them up. BOS. Bearish BOS. Nope. Bearish BOS. Change the character line. Find your break of structure on the way down to this buy zone. Break a structure. Awesome. Adjust my change of character line. Maybe it consolidates. Okay, that's fine. Do we have a break of structure? Yes. Adjust. If you test trade, you test trade. If you don't, you don't. But as soon as we get this change of direction off of this zone, I'm looking to enter some longs and continuing the bullish move with the indices. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go. Oops. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at Yanni's trade setup. I'm not sure what this is. I can't really read it. EURUSD. EURUSD. Can't really see the time frame either.
Oh,
If you could,
it's a 1 hour time frame on the Euros USD
bro,
USD.
how do you read any of your numbers, bro? Like your numbers that are right here. Like that's funny.
Oh,
You said the what hour time frame?
1 hour. Yeah.
1 hour. EURUSD. Look at he has no numbers on this side. That's so funny. That's funny.
I
I've
do have
never actually
numbers,
seen that.
but it didn't like copy the link. Oh no.
Oh, for sure. No
Not
worries.
showing me.
Let's see. I do like this. Cause let's see. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, we do have some bullish momentum up in here, and we do have a lot of liquidity. And again, dollar is going down. If the dollar goes down, EURUSD goes up, right? So if we can continue, that would be great, right? That would be freaking great. Now, I believe we had a buy zone right here, if I'm not mistaken, which it did take right here. As soon as it touched, we did get a rejection, and we were up for like 16 hours, right? It just didn't continue up. We didn't get that change of direction. So let's go ahead real quick. I think it's to the shoulder. All right, let's go ahead and replay. So if you were looking for this as a buy zone, and I just had it there to see if we can get a reaction off of it, because this is like the last inverted head and shoulder in this area that wasn't touched, right? So if we play the structure, this is what we got to do. Bearish break of structure. I wait for my change of character line. Okay, cool. We get another break of structure. Maybe you test trade this zone, maybe you don't, but let's just say you did, right? Need change of character for bullish opportunity. Now, let's just say this is your stop loss. So if you're looking at taking buys right here, right, you had your entry there, your stop loss here, 1-to-1 break even is right here. Guys, did it hit your 1-to-1 break even?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So we should be at break even at this point. So technically this zone did do its job. It puts you in profit. And now you have to have the money management, right? So let's go ahead with the 1-to-2. I'm not even sure if it hit this, but let's go ahead. 1-to-3. So we already know it hit 1-to-1. We go break even. So now I'm waiting for this change of direction to enter more trades, right? I need this confirmation so we can go ahead and start entering another trade with the bigger lot size, especially if you are test trading this zone, right? So let's go ahead.
I did that, Vini, and then it was a really good trade, and I broke even, and then like I got wicked out of it, and then the market went my way.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, bro.
It was
It be And that's the thing, like it's gonna frustrate you, but you can't be frustrated because you can't be mad at yourself for protecting your capital, you know?
yeah.
So you can't think about it like it's out to get you. Like you're protecting your capital. So like you're doing what your job, you know. So we can see obviously it got us break even, which is fine, right? That's okay. And but look, it respected the structure. So now I understand why I got hit break even. It's not ready to go higher yet. It's not ready to go higher yet. It respected, wants to go lower, right? That's okay. So let's go ahead. BOS, my change of character line is right here. Let's see if it wants to go higher now. Looks like it wants to go lower. Not ready yet. This trade isn't ready yet. And obviously there's a whole lot of imbalance and other things on lower time frame. If I jump to the 1 hour time frame and go over here and look left, we can see there's structure here as well. BOS. There's a starting point right there. I don't even know if this takes it, but let's go back. My change of character line needs to be here. And we're just trapping the market, guys. Notice we're just trapping the market. Obviously, this was not a good trade. It didn't go move how we wanted it to. So now we're just waiting for the market to turn bullish so we can start looking for buys because we know on higher time frame it's been running to the upside. We know the dollar is starting to drop or looks like it's dropping. So we would be looking for EURUSD to start turning around. So now if we can get this, we can start looking for some possible buys and shift that market up. So let's go ahead and continue. So this is live right now. So we haven't even broken and closed above. But if we can by next week, if we can have a couple candles hang out and close above, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. What's up? What's up, Sushil?
So when you have like um it's like 1-to-1 and it reaches that, so do you like edit that to make it 1-to-2 or like 1-to-3? Like you edit that position, like the trade?
So
Does that
everything
make
should
sense?
be everything should be done in your app pretty much at the same time, right? So when you're entering a trade, whether it's a live market execution or a pending limit order, you should have your stop especially on Trade Locker. I'm not sure it's not the same for MetaTrader 5, but on Trade Locker, you can press your stop loss, so it activates your stop loss. You can put it where it needs to be. Then you activate your take profit, and you can adjust it using risk, or I'm sorry, using percentages. So if I want to risk 1% on this trade on Trade Locker, I can tell Trade Locker, hey, I want to risk 1%, and it automatically does the math for me. And then for my take profit, I enter 3% because it's my 1-to-3, and it automatically does the math for me. Now, if you're talking about adjusting your stop loss to break even, and taking partials, that is something that you have to do. Yes, like the app can do that for you. You have to do that. Did that answer?
Um, let's see, because
Yeah.
you were saying, I think you answered it, but maybe I'm still confused. Sorry. You were saying like how it went to break even, and then uh, once it went to break even, and then you would go to a higher, then it would go to a higher ratio, so you would get more profit. So you would do that all
No,
together.
no, no, no. So what it is that's how it looks, right? So I'm pretty sure your eyes saw that, right? If you're at a 1-to-1 and I start shrinking up, so let's go 1-to-1, 1-to-3, right? So if I go 1-2, or I'm sorry, if I go break even, now you're seeing the number of my ratio increase, right? That's
Mhm.
probably what you're looking at. You're like, well, shit, now I'm at a 1-to-20. No, that's not what that means. You're pretty much taking your initial investment and pretty much making your trade risk free. So let's just say you're looking to risk $10 to gain $30. What you're doing is moving your stop loss from $10 to 0.
Okay. And so would I have to like um edit my would I have to edit that?
Yeah, you would edit your trade.
Okay, and I noticed like when I edit my trade, does that like interfere with anything? Because I noticed like when I like edit something, I noticed like the pips or whatever would end up like going higher or lower. Or
No,
maybe.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I mean, it should, adjust your trade, like your capital, your money management. But as of like money wise, if you're just whatever you're risking is already in play. So if you're moving your stop loss from negative to break even, I mean, it shouldn't affect anything but what you were supposed to be risking. Now you're not risking anything.
Like I'll be like my profits will be, well, like I'll be like negative $60, and then I'll edit something, and then like um then I'll start slowly going, or like it'll start going negative like more, like um the position will start going away from me. So it seems like when I'm editing stuff, the market knows that I'm editing, and it's like I shouldn't have edited or something. But maybe it's probably just in my head, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's in your head, bro. You're just overthinking. Um, nah, you should be editing. You should be editing always. That's why we edit, because the market can go against you. At any moment in time, even if you are in profit 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and market's about to hit your 1-to-3, the market can go against you at any time, right? And this is why we edit, guys. Let's just say we
All
were
right.
looking for a sell opportunity right here, right? We have everything, stop loss. We have our entry 1-to-3, take profit. Oh my goodness. I swear. That's funny. Now, we can already be in profit. Let's just say the market hits our 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and it's already near my TP. The market does not have to hit your TP, guys. The market can just say, you know what? I don't want to sell anymore. I want to go ahead and continue higher. This is why we edit. That's exactly why we edit. So if you are at a 1-to-1, if you hit 1-to-1 and you didn't move your stop loss to break even, that is on you, because the market can go against you at any time. So instead of risking 0, you continued to risk your capital. Now, if the market hits your 1-to-2 and you're supposed to take profit If you didn't take profit, guys, that is on you because the market can continue to go higher. And then you get nothing out of a pretty good trade, right? So just keep that in mind. The market does not owe you anything. So we always continue to adjust, always. And if it goes against you, hey, you got in the wrong position. So then we have to get better. Why was I wrong? You know, why was I wrong? I was looking for sales, but the market bought. What did I miss? Right? What did I miss?
Okay, yeah, it's probably just me being in the wrong trades. That's probably what's happening.
Yeah. So then you have to just go ahead and study it. You know, what did you miss? Because if you obviously got tricked into taking sales or whatever the case may be, maybe you're too zoomed in, maybe you're not seeing the bigger picture. You know, that right there, that's always been like the easiest fix for most people. You know, if you zoom out and you see the bigger picture, sometimes you're not going to want to take these sales because we can already see that the market wants to continue higher. If obviously not, this isn't the best example over here, but you know what I'm saying? If when you zoom out, you can start seeing things a bit clearer. But yeah, guys, EURUSD would not mind seeing the breakout, so we can go ahead and continue. Now, let me see. His trade idea was on the 4 hour. Was this the 1 hour? 1 hour time frame.
Yeah, it's the 1 hour time frame.
Let's drop down to 1 hour. I do see this. I do see this setup. We had the breaker structure here. Change of direction happened right here, which gives us a nice breakout rally. And then we do have the starting point right here. So that's what he's looking at. Everything's looking pretty solid. Now, when we go up to a higher time frame again, and we continue with what we had, right? We have a starting point right here on the 1 hour. And if we can actually get this change of direction, right? If we can get the change of direction, this zone here becomes my left shoulder. So look how that lines up. Look how that lines up. Now, if the market can hang out up here and build some consolidation, give us a take profit point, give us more incentive that the market can go higher. If the market comes down here and gives us an opportunity, we'll love to shift that market and take these highs. Make sense, Yanni?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I have another question.
Yeah, what's up?
It's because I usually trade on MetaTrader 5. Like I've been trading there since I started. I don't know how to trade like on TradingView, and I just had a question on how the units thing works. Like the units. I have a 50K demo account, and it's telling me about units, and I really don't know like what is that.
So the best tip I can give you is just use the calculator, bro.
Yeah.
Let me see. Give me a second, guys.
But I don't know how it works. So how can I know like my percentage and how much I'm risking?
Yeah, I got you. I'll show you right now.
Thank you.
Okay, if you guys, sorry, I wanted to disconnect my live. But we have paper trading right here for TradingView. So it gives us obviously a whole account, whatnot, whatever the case. Now, if I want to go ahead and risk, right, create new order. So my entry, let's just say I want to enter here, right? My stop loss will be this low. And then my buy, my take profit will be 1 to 3. So let's go over here. I'm at pretty much a 1% risk. Let me see, hold on. If I make this 0, can I zero this out? Yes. All right, so now we can see that my take profit is at 0 and my stop loss is at 0. But I want to use this number and use the calculator and keep pressing numbers until this is at 1%. That's how I do it personally, bro. Just keep smacking those things, smack. You know, obviously you can type in and be like, yo, let me see like 10K or whatever the case may be. How many zeros do I need? You know? So we're pretty much at 1%. Now I can go over here and I believe I can type in 3% and it should do the math for me. Boom. Now, if I place this, it should just place and do everything for me.
I got a quick question. So for like starting points, should I like say like I find a 15-minute starting point and the 5-minute market structure hits that? Should I just stick to that? Or like say like there's another starting point on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. I'm gonna trust the 15-minute one, right? More than the
I like to
5-minute.
trust the higher time frame structure more.
Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, but if you see the market respect it, like if you see a change of character off of the 5, then you might want to run your opportunity, you know?
Test buy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Those have been huge, bro. Test buys.
Yep, saves capital,
Yeah.
keeps you loaded. But does that make sense, Yanni, how to use this real quick?
Yeah, I got that part, but like 1%, meaning like I'm risking like 1% of the account, and like for the stop loss, I put like 1%, and depending if it's like a 1 and 3, I put like 30% or 3%.
3%.
3%. All right.
Yeah. Because whatever you're willing to risk, which is 1%, you want to gain at least 3, which would be 3%.
So it's just 1% out of the 50K account, right?
Yeah. Is it your funded? Is it your funded?
No, it's not funded.
Okay.
It's
Demo?
the demo account. Yeah.
Okay, yes. It's 1% risk with your stop loss, 3% gain with your take profit.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Thank you, Beanie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me see. So yeah, this is solid. I do like this. I would just like to see if we can get the change of character first. But yeah, that's how I use it on a trading view, Yanni. It's I just look at the number and just keep pressing until I see 1%, bro.
All right. What do you trade on levels?
No, what do you mean? Like, what do I use?
Yeah,
What
like what
do I
app?
use trading view or do I use levels to mark up?
No, just to like enter the trade. Like,
So no, levels is actually just like trading view. All you can only analyze and mark up charts on levels and trading view. You know, but levels has the tools. It has all the tools and everything that you need to find these opportunities. And you know, trading view doesn't have everything that levels has. So I use both of them to mark up, believe it or not. You guys probably don't be like, I don't believe you. No, I swear. Every day. I pull up both of them and just look at them, see what levels has, and see what I can see with my own eyes.
yeah. One more question. I'm sorry. I'm asking
No,
two.
you're good, bro. Don't even trip.
All
You should
right.
be asking questions.
All right. So, at what time does the market open besides Forex? Because I know Forex is open 24 hours, but like on stocks and all that, like
So
NASDAQ and all that.
So when it comes to like the stock, like I don't know what it is, like QQQ, like that and SPY, because I think SPY is SPX. Those things turn off at 2 p.m. So if you trade options or what do you trade?
I trade futures and futures.
Okay, so I believe the futures market moves like the Forex market. Now Forex is 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. Right? So there's an hour, it's from 2 to 3 p.m. I'm not sure where you are, but I live in California. So for me, it's 2 and 3 p.m. The market closes for an hour and then it restarts at 3. Right now, that's the same that goes for the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and SPX for the Forex side. It's 23 hours a day, 5 days a week, and it only closes for that 1 hour from 2 to 3. But yeah, for the stock side, it's different. You guys, it opens like at 5:30 or 6, and then it closes right at 2. And then it doesn't open up till the next day at 6 in the morning. So that's the only Only thing about it.
All right.
So on the forex side, if you trade in the forex side and the future side, I believe it's 23 hours a day. Same thing.
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Yep. 9:30 New York session. Where do you stay, Josiah? That's crazy.
Nah, no. I'm just trying to say I'm in Kelly too, and I know it's at 6:30 in the morning, like the market opens. But I thought in New York the market opens generally, like the stock market opens at 9:30 to 5, or is it
Oh yeah.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought that's what it did.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We're just behind.
Yeah,
Or
and
Hmm.
oh, and doesn't like NASDAQ like futures and stuff, they also get volatile in New York session, right? 6:30 a.m.
Yep,
Like,
because
yeah.
and that's the thing, guys. I'm not sure how fresh you guys. I mean, we have actually a lot of new students, right? So this is just good to go over, right? Anything New York, guys, anything that has to do with USD is gonna move the most during the New York session.
How does the the session works? Like New Year's session, all those sessions. I forgot the names of them. Like,
So there's the New York session is one. The Sydney session is two. The Tokyo session is three, and then you have London, which is four. And then they're all broken up into it's pretty much their stock market, their country stock market. So their currency moves within their stock market hours, pretty much.
oh, okay, thank you.
Right. So if you're trading anything USD, it's going to move a lot. It's going to be more volatile during New York session. If you trade anything EUR or GBP, it's going to move a whole lot more and be more volatile during London. If you trade anything with the JPY, it's going to move a lot more during the Tokyo session, and anything during, anything AUD or AUD and NZD, it's going to be moving a lot more during the Sydney session. And if you guys are trading, USD, guys, you guys should be marking up the US dollar. If you guys are trading anything EUR or GBP, you guys should be marking up the euro and the Great Britain pound currency. It's going to help you get a bias with your pair. Same thing with the Sydney pairs. If you're trading anything AUD, you guys should be marking up the Australian dollar. Anything NZD, you guys should be marking up the New Zealand dollar. Anything Canadian, the Canadian dollar. Anything chef, the Swiss franc, right? Anything JPY, you guys should be marking up the yen. Looks like this one's getting clapped, boy. Ready to start heading up now. Those blue lines, Vinny in the background. How do I turn them on? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I could not figure it out.
I think I know how to.
You see
How
where the 5 is on the Japanese gen? You just click on that and then just delete it.
this?
Yeah, it's an indicator. No, the 5 right there under. Yeah, right there. There's like indicators there, and
Oh
the
no,
blue
those are my
line.
indicators.
Huh?
Those are my indicators.
Yeah, I know. Don't delete yours, but I'm saying like to the guy that asked that.
I think
Oh,
if you go to settings, oh my bad. If you right click and go to settings, it should be on the bottom. It should be, yeah, time zones. Oh, okay, so sessions, electronic trading sessions. It's like one above. Right above that, yeah. Regular trading hours, I think it removes it. Oh,
oh snap! Is that what? No, no, that's different.
I'm pretty sure it's just a 5. So when you click on that, it's just an indicator and it's an EMA, and you just click delete it. He's talking about the EMA, the line, right?
what?
Look, he's talking about the boxes. We can't get rid of them. They're on a
Oh, the
lot.
boxes. Oh, my bad, bro.
I don't know how to get rid of those things. I just suck it up. It is what it is. Yeah, it's annoying though, for sure. Let me see. Okay, so Shashil, looks like you sent Shaw the Tokyos are all the sessions, which is solid. I would take a look at that for sure, especially because not everybody likes to trade New York. Not everybody likes to trade London. I don't really like to trade London. I don't really like to trade Sydney, personally for me, just because I'm busy during that time. So take a look at that, guys, because it can benefit you for sure. But let's go back to indices. I was looking at the NAS to come back down to this area. We talked about it last week. And we talked about NAS also having some liquidity to the downside. And man, this thing is coming like a tank. We had this marked up as well, but we also said because of the liquidity, you know, I'm not going to be the first one in. And whoever bought in right there just got absolutely demolished. You know, let's have a moment of silence for their account real quick, you know.
They became the liquidity, bro.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. So I didn't enter any trades. I didn't even test trade just because there's just so much liquidity to the downside. I was expecting this. So yeah, but the same thing with US30, it has a lot of momentum. So I would like to see if it can slow down and break down a little bit so we can also see liquidity and we can also find the next setup to shift the market back up. And this goes for SPX as well. Now, SPX is already in that zone, and we can see that NAS and US30 still have a bit to go. So when you see this, guys, when you're trading, right, when you're trading pairs that correlate, which means move together, you want to take the lagging pair. Because SPX is so close, you're going to be trigger fingers and ready to take any opportunity that comes into your play. But look at how it's already right there. If we're looking at NAS still has just a bit of distance. And if we look at US30 still has a bit too. So it looks like the lagger right now is NAS by like a hair, which means I would be more likely to take NAS. SPX is already there, which means if NAS and US30 still have a way to go down, we can expect SPX to go a bit lower and most likely hit stop loss. It has a higher chance of hitting stop loss. Does that make sense, guys? So we also expected this as well. That's why I had zones below it. So yeah, we're just waiting. Not every structure is a structure. We're taking opportunities on. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is a fresh zone down here, and because usually SPX is just a lot more volatile structure wise. Like when US30 barely moves, NAS will move a bit more, and then SPX is like, I'm gone. It just takes off, bro. It's so weird. So I would not doubt it if we can get SPX down here. That would be pretty cool. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. I see you guys sending charts. 4-hour time frame, NZD USD. I do see this as well. I do see this liquidity, and I do like this starting point as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, see, same thing, my boy. I see it, but I also see liquidity. So I'm not gonna be the first one to dive in. I'm not gonna be the first one to dive in. Now, let's take a look. I would really love to see if we can get NZD USD down here. Would love to see if we can get that. You have a big ass shoulder right here, guys. Liquidity sweep, change of direction, and we're staying above it. So this would be my left shoulder, my head, change of direction. Now we're just waiting for this right shoulder. So yeah, we'd like to see it. We'd like to see if we could have something like that. What's the easiest way to understand liquidity? Plug in. Study, bro. Get your hands dirty. Take the notes. Do the reps. I can tell you and show you, but you still have to get that muscle memory. You should be hopping on all the calls because I know we all look for it. Myself, Neri, Bavik, Gio, Miguel, Jack, Brian Velez, Mike Nav, David Yosino. We all look for the liquidity. So if you watch with intent to get better and like, what are these guys looking at? Why are they marking this up? Why are they marking that up? And you focus on trying to identify liquidity, you're going to learn how to identify liquidity. We can show you, we can have a one-on-one, but you actually have to continue to put in these reps. You know what I'm saying? The easiest one though, right? The easiest one is consolidation when it moves sideways. That's liquidity, right? There's money hanging out above. Oops. People are selling, right? So people are putting their stop losses above. And then there's people that are buying. So there's people who are putting their stop losses below. So there's money being built up right here. Now, when we see that, we're not participating in that, right? We're not going to look at this and be like, oh, the market's just chilling, it's bouncing back and forth. Let's go ahead and participate. We're not doing that. What we do is, one, we find the direction. Is the market going up or down? If the market is going down, then we can expect the market to go ahead, sweep liquidity, and head down so we can find another opportunity. Same goes for if the market was in an uptrend. The market was in an uptrend. All right, if the market was in an uptrend, we can expect the market to go ahead, sweep liquidity to the downside, and continue moving forward. Does that make sense? That's the easiest way to see liquidity. Now, there are other types, but this is the biggest and the easiest one that I like to look for, right? There are others. There is trendline liquidity as well. When the market just keeps bouncing off a specific level and you can see it, it's almost like a downward consolidation. You can just see it. It's like stuck in this range. It's just stuck. Oops. Not doing much. It's just bouncing back and forth. Same thing. It's the same thing. So when you see big moves like, yep. So when you see big moves like this, big move, consolidation, if the market wants to continue up, right? Let's just say the market is going to continue in that uptrend. Why? We have a break of structure to the upside. The market is going higher, and the market is just chilling, consolidating right above my buy zone. What if the market sweeps liquidity, changes direction, and gives you another opportunity so you can buy the market? That's what I would like to see. That's what I would like to see. What's up?
So you have to wait for it to sweep liquidity, and if it doesn't sweep liquidity, like do not enter, or you can still enter with the test trade.
You could still enter on the super liquidity because you got to run your risk to reward, right? And you can also test trade. If you don't feel confident, like this isn't one I would be confident in. Why? Because we have liquidity here. So I wouldn't want to risk 1%. Like if I take a loss, that was a dumb loss because I saw the liquidity. But I'm down to risk maybe like $10, you know, a tenth of a percent, a fifth of a percent, you know, breaking it down to like, you know, instead of losing $100, I'm gonna lose $5. Okay, I gained 15 bucks. Cool, 15 bucks, put it in my bank account, my trading account. Now I got my confirmation, right? I'm up $15, $20. Cool, market broken, closed above. I closed the trade because I should already be at 1 to 3. I should have already hit TP. Now, once the market gives me confirmation here, I can now answer with my 1% and shift the market, right? So don't be upset that you're not catching the dollar amount. You're already catching the pips. Let's just say from this entry here to here. Let's just say that's 120 pips. I don't know what it is. We're on the 8-hour time frame. It could be. I don't know. Let's see. 70. But let's just say it's 120. Right? Are you mad because you didn't make $400? Or are you mad because you didn't make $100, 120, when you got the confirmation to actually give yourself and put yourself in a comfortable position to actually make this trade happen for the next trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
So don't be mad that you didn't catch the dollar amount. You already caught the pips. You know how to catch the pips. Now, sooner or later, you know, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna feel confident and you're just gonna get rid of that test trade. And you're gonna start just risking 1% because you feel comfortable in the strategy. You feel comfortable with your risk to reward. And you're gonna get rid of that greed and emotion saying, you know what, I should have just dropped the 1%, yada, yada, yada. It went my way. But you know what? You put in the work and you've put in the reps to be confident in every trade. So then you just drop that 1% and you live with the outcome. You either live with the win or you live with the loss and you learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And that all comes with like patience, guys. Like we all want to get like super good and make like the money, right? But like, bro, like there's no rush. Like why just donate? Like you don't gotta donate. Like trust me, like I donated for sure. Like someone was eating good off my cheese. You feel me? For sure. Like I don't want you guys to do that too, just because you want to make money now. Like, bro, understand the strategy. Like you guys will get the strategy, guys. If it's not levels, it'll be smart money. Why? Because it's around us. Like it's really like it's around. Like you're gonna look this way, see somebody trading levels. You're gonna look this way, see someone trading smart money. You're gonna look this way, or look at Long, or look at Miguel, and you're gonna see someone trading both. Like, oh, you guys implement both? Like you put smart money and levels together? Yeah, because it's very, very similar. It's the same thing. Right? So, in my opinion, if you can't, and it's not even like it's almost like the same concept of like if you're around 4 rich people, you're gonna be the 5th. Like, bro, put yourself in the room where people are studying and learning one strategy. How are you not going to grasp the strategy? The only way you don't grasp the strategy is if you don't dedicate yourself to learning it. Like, you're really gonna be like, nah. I mean, you're not gonna put yourself in that mind state to learn. If you're gonna block your blessings, well, you don't deserve the blessings. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Does anybody have any questions before we hop off the call? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? We good?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all my
Yes, sir.
questions. Appreciate it.
Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
bro.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys for hopping on. I know we didn't back test much, but I feel like lately, you know, a lot of tips are eye openers, to be honest. I know for me, when Oren would just give me like he would just talk and just drop gem. I know a lot of us wanted to see charts, but when Oren talks, you know, you listen, and there are things that he's gonna say where you're like, okay, well, that hit me for sure, and he wasn't even talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So, continue to send in charts, guys. Continue to get better. Continue to study. Continue to back test, and your time's gonna come. I believe that for everybody. There's only so much we can learn. And once you learn it, it's all about reps. It's all about reps. I know a lot of you are probably a couple months in and already know everything about levels of smart money, but you're probably still struggling a little bit. Ask yourself, are you putting in the reps? If you're not putting in the reps, like how do you expect to make or have some results? Why are you expecting full-time type results when you're putting in less than part-time effort? I mean, let's be real, you know, like if you're really like upset, like it's you guys, you got to take ownership of your own actions. Like we can't do it for you. Like the information is here, I promise you. The one-on-ones, people are ready to help you out. I'm always willing to help teams, individual, it doesn't matter. Ask the questions. I know my boy probably thought he was annoying and just continue to ask questions. Like, bro, who cares? Who cares? These calls are meant for you guys. I would love for 29 people to ask 29 questions each. Long ass call. Fuck it. You know, like it is what it is. I would rather you guys ask questions, get all your questions answered than just like you watch me. You know, like that's how I feel, you know. So hop on Neri's back testing call tomorrow, guys. Watch with intent to get better. And then back test for yourself for 15, 20 minutes. Start small. Get your hands dirty. Start getting in those reps. But that is it for me, guys. I will see you guys on Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Peace out, guys.
Thank you,
See you,
Beanie.
bro.
Peace out.
Yep.
Thank you.